just read na essay. For our task in our ethics class, we were asked to do a discussion on an issue that includes a moral or ethical content. With that, as I was thinking on what issues to discuss, veganism came into mind. I suddenly thought that if some vegans' reason for choosing their diet is to avoid consuming alive, out of curiosity, my mind proposed, if that is the case, aren't plants alive as well? And while having that dilemma, sorry, may ginagawa kasi ako eh. And while having that dilemma, a friend of mine who was reading a biology book across from me shared the dilemma on animal testing. She said that as cruel as animal testing is, or may seem to be, it significantly helped us in advancing our knowledge on medicine and science as a whole. Our discussion went on until I started searching on the topic, which linked my mind into remembering a Korean drama where they say how aquarium parks are harmful for the animals. This got me thinking once again that what makes an aquarium where aquarists take care of animals different from people who have different animals as their pets? After many hours of research and dilemma, I want to focus on 3 points. Highlighting the human-animal relationship. Animals as pets, animals as food, and animals as experiments, or animals as testing. Okay. Lipat muna ako ng pwesto. Ayun, okay na. Hindi kasi pwede mag-ingay sa dumi. In my research about pet keeping, what I concluded is that the dependency and vulnerability of pets towards their human companions puts a moral responsibility on us humans to take care of them in a way that they flourish as who they are. You see, the relationship between humans and pets is way out of balance. We may be dependent on our pets for emotional comfort or support, but our pets rely on us on a whole nother level. They depend their whole lives on us, from companionship and love to their basic needs. They are completely dependent on us. Along with this dependency comes their vulnerability towards us and the possibility of us humans abusing and exploiting them for our own benefit. All this dependency and vulnerability also stems from us. The reason why they depend on us and are vulnerable towards us is because we decide to keep them in the first place. Therefore, as the ones who decide to keep them, we now have the moral responsibility to take care of them, to give them their wants and needs. Simultaneously, we should also stop the practice of breeding, selling and purchasing animals. We shouldn't let them reproduce only to live dependently on and vulnerably towards humans. Balik na nga muna ako sa taas. Lastly, let's talk about animal testing. Why do humans study non-humans? From the book Biological Psychology written by James W. Callatt, the book that my friend was reading, there are 4 reasons why we study animals. Wait, let me show you the book. This is the book that my friend was reading. She's currently sleeping in our bunk bed. First is that it makes studying humans easier. For us to understand a complex machine, we must first study a similar yet simpler one. Second is that we study non-humans as we are interested in them for their own sake. Third, Callatt states that what we learn about animals sheds light to human evolution. And lastly, there are legal and ethical restrictions which prevents us from doing research directly onto humans. Research with the help of animal testing led us to new knowledge that we use until this day. If not, research would progress slowly or not at all without animals. But what does the opposition say? Some agree on animal testing. However, they also want to reduce the number of animals being tested, replace animals with computer models if possible, and refine procedures to reduce pain and discomfort on animals. However, some are completely against animal testing as they claim that it is ethically wrong since animals have the same rights as humans. Moreover, people have no right to use animals at all even if the procedure is beneficial to all and is harmless. With this, where do we draw the line of ethical use of animals in research? To wrap this up, keeping animals as pets imposes a moral duty on us to care for them, given their dependence and vulnerability. This responsibility extends to ensuring their well-being and rejecting exploitative practices. When it comes to consuming animals, the moral difference between eating certain animals and others often stems from cultural and personal views, raising the question of whether any animal should be killed for food. Animal testing, though beneficial to research, sparks ethical debate, with some advocating for reducing harm and using alternatives, while others argue that it's inherently wrong to use animals in any form of research. These issues highlight the complex ethical dilemmas in how we treat animals, calling for a deeper reflection on our actions and their moral consequences. Okay, tapos mo na siya.